All right. What's up, everybody? Just getting a setup over here. I didn't want to go live on the main because I wanted to save my notifications in case.
Oh yeah, no, we just didn't want her to fall off.
So let me do an email blast. Second here.
Yeah.
Can you move to your right?
PIOs, yeah, well, PIOs. I'm impressed that there's no mic flags up there.
They're about to. I guess they're gonna do a press conference soon.
I'm really impressed. Yeah, I don't have to change nobody today. No mic flags. This is great.
While we wait for this, I wanted to play this video here.
Heard from one of our co-workers earlier this morning.
Right now, we want to talk to another person who lives over there. Aaron Maxey joins us over the phone. Aaron, you were one of the first ones also to get information about this at 7:30 this morning.
Yeah, I was walking my dog and came inside, and there's a new traffic light over where all the cops started to congregate, and so I thought it was a fender bender at first because there was only a couple of cop cars, but it was clear from the demeanor of the cops and their voice and their yelling and turning people away and the running that it was something much more serious.
You saw the police activity out there. Did you ever hear the gunshots like we are also hearing from other people in the area?
Yeah, so initially, like I said, when I saw the cops, I thought it was just a fender bender, but about a minute after they arrived to the scene, I heard anywhere between 30 to 50 gunshots being fired. It sounded as if it was multiple, not just two guns, or it could have been assault-style weapons, just given the fire rate and the amount of flurry that was going on.
Aaron, are you in your apartment right now? And if so, what are you seeing out any of your windows there? Right.
So I live on the third floor of the Uptown apartment, so it's right across the street. We are seeing some evacuations happening down Broomfield Lane in Uptown, but we also do see SWAT teams in full armor running around in the Arista Flats area, as well as several other police units blocking that road. I believe it's Central is what it's called, Central Lane.
Yeah, so from your vantage point.
Anybody need me to hold?
All right, they're gonna do a pressure now. Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, we're ready.
All right. Thank you for your patience. I apologize that we had to push this media briefing back. Take your time. This has been a very fluid situation this morning. My name is Rachel Hazlett. That's RACHEL.
We are once again
HASLETT. I'm the Public Information Officer with the Broomfield Police Department. So a little bit about what happened this morning. About 6:34 this morning, officers were called to the Arista Flats Apartments. That's what you can see behind us in the distance, surrounded by that crime scene tape, for a disturbance. When they got to one of the units inside the apartment, they heard a male making threats, and shortly thereafter they heard gunshots. It became very, very, very unsafe for those officers within minutes, as he was shooting not only...
Oh, shoot. What just happened? What happened?
Surrounding units, but also into the parking lot. That is why we called it an active shooter situation, as there were a lot of people that were in danger. An emergency reverse notification in Broomfield. We have a lookout alert system that was immediately sent out to residents and people in the surrounding area, asking them to shelter in place. You do have to sign up for that, so we did get some questions from residents. I'll make sure I put that out on our social media later today. Because it was such a dangerous situation and because he was firing rounds at surrounding units and into the parking lot.
Everybody's gone crazy, bro.
SWAT responded along with crisis negotiations. We had response from other surrounding law enforcement agencies, including the Boulder County Sheriff, Westminster, Douglas County, and North Metro Fire. We staged medical and then just basically worked on communicating with this gentleman. It was a male suspect in the apartment, and working to get inside. We did not know how many people were inside the apartment with him. We knew at least one person from what we were hearing, but we did not know how many other potential hostages there may be. The good news is we were able to take that suspect into custody.
Good.
About 30 minutes ago. Officers were able to breach that apartment door. They were able to make forced entry and take that suspect into custody. I can confirm he and one female victim have been taken to a local hospital. I do not know the extent of their injuries at this time, so waiting for updates on that. But we do have one person in custody, and we had one other person, a female, inside that apartment. She is the victim. She was the hostage in the situation.
Hostage.
What was the extent of her injuries?
I do not have any idea on what her injuries are at this time.
Do you know when the suspect was firing, if there were bullets that hit any other buildings or vehicles?
Yes, he did fire, and it did hit vehicles, other buildings, and other units. So this is going to be an active crime scene for a while because we have to process where those gunshots went, look for any of those shell casings, determine everything that may have happened, how many shots he fired. So it's going to be an active crime scene, and it's going to be closed for a while.
What were the nature of his threats, and was he threatening to shoot and kill the woman he had?
I don't know the nature of the threats. I do know, though, he was threatening to hurt people. So that's about all I can confirm right
Everybody's
now.
gone nuts.
I don't. I do not have an age or a name of the suspect at this time. I do not. Just the Arista Flats Apartments. Right here in orange.
It was about 30 minutes ago that you took him into custody. Roughly around that many minutes ago, we heard a big bang and then a whole bunch of other bangs. I guess, is that forced entry, and did officers fire their weapons at all?
Correct. That was forced entry, and one Broomfield police officer fired his weapon.
What type of firearms was he using? Can you disclose it at this point?
I don't. We do not know. He was giving us a lot of different details about what he was possibly armed with, but I don't have that information.
Do we know the relation between those two people, the suspect and the victim?
I do not. I do not know the relationship between them.
Have your people been to this unit or this apartment building before? At this particular apartment for any other threats or disturbances with this guy?
Right. Obviously, there's a lot of people that live in these apartments. In terms of a possible history that we have with this individual, I don't have all the details on that yet.
Can you talk about the negotiations with the suspect?
Sure.
Who all was talking? How long did that last?
Yeah, so we were called out here at 6:34, and as you can imagine, what time is it now? 10:34, so it's been almost 4 hours. We start negotiating with the suspect, in this case, within 30 minutes. I mean, we were there communicating with him.
Can you tell me something?
Just one sec. I'm going to say that again. Obviously, it's been 4 hours. It was about 3.5 hours that we were in communication one way or the other with the suspect. So crisis negotiations, SWAT, surrounding law enforcement agencies, just trying to figure out, of course, the best way to resolve this as safely as possible. You're okay.
Quite a few of us remarked that we had not seen that device, if you will, that kind of front-end loader with the shield brought up to the apartment and used by your people. Do you have any description, any knowledge of that? And
Sure.
its purpose and how it was used in this case?
Sure. So I know that we had our Bearcat on scene, which is our SWAT vehicle. I am not well versed, I'll have to admit, on all of the other surrounding law enforcement agencies, different vehicles, but I can find that out for you.
Do we know if anyone else in nearby units was injured or shot?
At this time, we do not have any reports of any other people being injured in any of the other nearby units. So we did put that reverse notification out, and we did do limited evacuations as safely as we could. Of course, we have to keep in mind the safety of officers and the safety of the residents. So trying to get out those who need to be evacuated and then telling others to shelter in place. We also put one school on secure, Jefferson Academy. It is not in the neighborhood, but it is close by. We did that out of an abundance of caution. That's very normal. Nobody was coming or going for probably about 2 hours.
And why were they taken to the hospital?
They were injured. So I'm
Were
not
they
going to
shot?
comment on the injuries at this time.
But you don't know if they were injured by shrapnel or glass?
I do not. I'm not in a place that I can talk about those injuries right now.
What about the seriousness of the injuries?
I don't know that either.
You said that he fired at other units in the parking lot. He was trying to fire at the officers?
He was aiming for our officers as well. That is why we call this an active shooter. I got a lot of questions from the media initially. Is this a barricaded hostage situation, or is this an active shooter? And initially it was both. I mean, we had somebody who was actively firing at our officers, other units, so a lot of people were in danger.
I don't know if you said this at the beginning, but did someone from that unit call 911, or was it someone else that reported shots fired?
It was a call that came in for a disturbance, so somebody nearby that heard yelling.
You said multiple people were evacuated. How many do you know?
I don't have a number for you, yeah.
Do you have an approximate number of shots that were fired? I can't get specific right now.
I don't know how many shots were fired exactly, but I will tell you they were fired sporadically throughout the process. So we wouldn't hear them for a while, and then another shot would be fired. So it wasn't all at once.
And what were the loud booms? Were those flashbangs?
I don't have the details on that yet because I haven't been briefed by our SWAT team. Most likely something like that when we make a breach, but once I get those details, I will share them on social media.
Were any police cars hit by gunfire?
I do not know.
Neighbors were hit by the bullets when it all unfolded, when we heard the loud bang, several gunshots. What should those neighbors do if they do have damage to their window? Should they contact you?
Yes, so if you had any damage to your unit, officers, investigators will, of course, be coming to you. It's part of the investigation. So they'll be coming to look at what was damaged, shell casings, all of that. So just sit tight. Investigators will be in touch with you. Of course, I'm sure they already are if they were evacuated, but we promise that we'll be in touch with everybody that needs to be part of this investigation.
Did the suspect who had the weapon have any history with police that you all knew of before you got here?
Not that I'm aware of, but I have not also looked into the history of his unit and this unit overall. So I can't say for sure or not at this time.
Can you give a rough age of the suspect?
I do not have that.
You mentioned that like the reverse notification was sent out, and that some people might not have gotten it because you didn't have to sign up. Is there a better way to? Because you said it was serious and not an accident situation, and people were just wandering around, maybe pulling up in their cars in that parking lot that was being fired at. Is there a way to better get that information out there, or?
So the question was about the reverse notification system. In Broomfield, we use a system that's called Lookout Alert. You can find it at broomfield.org. That's the city's website. And the best thing to do is just take a few minutes to go on that website and register your cell phone number. Also put in a perimeter of where you live or where you may work, excuse me. Why? Because if you were out for a jog this morning, walking your dog, as we know it was early, a lot of people do jog, walk their dogs, or leaving for work or school, then you would get that notification because you're within that perimeter. It only takes a few minutes. You can add multiple cell phones, you can add email, and then you will get that text message letting you know when there is an emergency where you live or where you work.
And you said you don't know the relationship between the male and the female.
I do not. I do not.
You said he was just taken into custody half an hour ago. Was that because negotiations failed? Was the entry part of the negotiations?
So we made a forced entry. Officers did. At least one officer fired his weapon. So there was an exchange of gunfire at that point. I don't know the extent between the suspect and the officers. I just know at least one officer did fire his weapon, and then we were able to take him into custody. So.
Is it fair to say negotiations didn't work?
I can't say because I wasn't part of the negotiations. I don't know, what the mental state was of our suspect at this point. So I can't really speculate on that.
Was that a Broomfield police officer in tactical gear that went in the apartment?
It was a Broomfield police officer. I do not know if he was in tactical gear.
Would this be domestic violence? The woman who was shot. We're talking about both an adult man and woman here.
Yes, 2 adults, 1 female, 1 male.
Do we know if the woman was hit by officer fire or from the previous shooting? Is there any details on that?
I don't have any information on that.
And do you know what kind of weapon the officer used? Was it a handgun or a rifle of some kind?
I don't have any information on that.
And they would have been wearing a body camera, right?
Yes, correct.
Interaction.
Correct. All of our Broomfield officers wear body-worn cameras, and if they have their weapons drawn, then that automatically initiates the body cams to begin recording.
Would this be a domestic violence situation?
That is something that we'll need to look into. I don't have the details due to their relationship. Anything else that anybody can think of? If nothing further, this will be the only press briefing today, but I will continue to put out updates via our social media, Facebook and Twitter or X. Also, we'll put out a press release later today once I get some more comprehensive information. I'll share those on our social media as well as on our website, broomfield.org/police. And if you guys don't have anything further, I think that's it. Okay.
When you file arrest charges or when you file some sort of charges against him, do we need to bombard you with questions? Are you going to put that on X? And
we'll put all that, yes. Once we get the suspect's name, any information on age, any charges, anything like that, I will make sure that we put that out.
And would you guys consider releasing any body cam footage sooner than later? Or because sometimes the police department will release a little bit beforehand. Is that something you would consider releasing?
Yeah, that's actually a question that I can't answer because it will determine on the investigation and what command and the investigative team decides is best for the department. So it's always worth asking, but I'll tell you, we typically don't release it when it's an ongoing investigation. Okay, thank you guys.
Okay. So that's the shooter's in custody. He was holding some woman hostage. This is in a Colorado apartment complex, and I guess it's under control. It's an active crime scene. I don't know what's going on, man. Something in the water. What's going on with these people, the medication that they're taking? What the? And now they're saying P. Diddy has a new lawsuit from somebody named Danity Kane. Wait, Danity Kane. Diddy accused of sexual abuse by Danity Kane, band member. Wow. And there was another situation, you probably heard about it a couple days ago. There was this, some prisoner. Prisoner said that he was acting as his own attorney, apparently, and he won a $100 million lawsuit. By default, though, because Diddy didn't show up. I don't know if he didn't know. Maybe he'll appeal it after Diddy failed to respond to court. Derek Lee Cardello Smith, currently an inmate. He's currently locked up, sitting on $100 million, maybe. I don't know if he's going to get it. Probably not, but claimed in his lawsuit Diddy drugged and sexually assaulted him at a party in Detroit back in 1997. According to the lawsuit, the two were drinking and smoking at the party and got naked with a bunch of women. Cardello Smith says he was performing oral on a woman when he felt a male hand on his buttocks. Damn. He says it was Diddy's hand. A short time later, he says Diddy offered him a drink. Come here. I love when you're scrambling and scraping. Do I have that? I don't think I added that audio. Hours later, Cardello claims Smith woke up and Diddy was having sex with a woman, and Diddy allegedly said to him, "I did this to you." Oh my gosh. Bro! This is crazy, man. There's so many like allegations against Diddy. I forgot there was one too that said he'd be there with a bunch of women and he'd bring like a guy and he'd be like, "Oh man, loosen up, come on, come party, bro." Try to get him to get comfortable, and then he makes his move. That's wild. He offered him a drink. He claims he passed out, wakes up, and he sees Diddy with another woman. I guess he turns around, maybe with a smirk on his face, and said, "I did this to you." Oh, so this not the dude from the Matrix. Oh, shoot. This is crazy. Ninja's chilling in prison with $100 million waiting for him. Somebody said, "Shit, Diddy assaulted me too." Shit. "I did this to you" is absolutely wild. Bro, where's Diddy at? Is he still in the U.S.? How you saying cuz assaulted you, then you took a drink, bro, offered you asking for this? Nah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Nah, this is legendary. No lawyer already in jail. Still won himself $100 million. Finna be sleeping on a honey bun mattress. Ninja Diddy Morpheus. These people look great. He does look like Morpheus. Wow. I don't know, man. Diddy is just catching. He might as well just run. Just take off, man. Run. Don't look back. And now he has another lawsuit from this other person. They say when it rains, it pours. And it's pouring on Diddy. I don't know if he's made any other comments about this stuff. There was an earthquake in California. I don't know if you guys knew, this morning in Malibu. There was an earthquake. Let me just check real quick. Anything else? So this Colorado shooting is under control. Jury dismissal. Young Thug trial 128 day. Day 128. Today's witnesses are pretty much all law enforcement and all related. They took a break. Okay, I can't believe that trial's still going. Oh, we got to talk about this at some point. People are saying this is not true, right? I've been collecting videos. Maybe we should address this at some point. We got to talk about Springfield, Ohio. I guess we'll do that on the political channel. Springfield, Ohio.
The homeless problem. I don't know of a single homeless Haitian in this town because they all got vouchers. But I can show you a whole bunch of people that have been displaced because I'm that guy. Rob, for 25 years, I've worked with the homeless in this community. A lot of people don't know because I'm not the guy out there blowing the horn because it ain't about me. It's the Jesus in me that goes out there and does it. Trust me, there's days I'm tired, but I'll get into homeless camps that nobody in a suit and tie will walk into. None. They trust me because I've never let them down. And guys, if you don't think it's here right now, in October, we are getting ready to hit a wall here. There is not any relief for the homeless. The homeless people in this community are not the people you think they are. The squatters that aren't happening. It's not there. There's veterans. Come see me. I'm not real hard to find. Ask anybody on the street. They'll tell you how to get a hold of me. I'll take you there. And no, they don't want your toothpaste and your peanut butter sandwiches.
Oh.
They want you to come up with a solution to why they're displaced, why they lived in a house. I personally know, and I'll testify under oath, my hand to God, somebody that lost their house. They were there 7 years. The landlord said, hey, I need you to move out, find a temporary place. I'm going to remodel it, and then you can come back.
Thank you, Baron.
It was a lie. They moved them out, tripled the rent.
Thank you.
Damn. I don't know what's going on in Springfield, Ohio. Springfield landlords evicting residents for Haitian migrants. Oh, because they're saying they're getting vouchers. Wow. Mamma mia. Oh, no, I can't show that. What is this? Shows how to properly eat a cat? No. Oh, my God. It's a video from 2 years ago. What is he, skinning a cat? Oh, Jesus. I can't show that. What the? Ohio's governor is sending state troopers and $2.5 million to Springfield, Ohio to deal with the migrant invasion. We're going to have to take a look at that. I saw a bunch of clips popping up. We'll take a look at that on the political channel. I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know. Bobby Q. Did you get my email, Mel? Okay, which email did you send it to? I might have. I don't know. Did I? I think I... Gmail? Let's check Gmail real quick. Sandy. Oh, yes, I did. About the fires? I did. Somebody was arrested. Maybe we'll look into that later. The fires. I know they've been covering it like around the clock. Yeah, I agree. Close the border. We need to close the border and fix whatever's going on here. Is Springfield, Ohio, a sanctuary city? Let me see. Springfield sanctuary city. I don't know what's going on over there. It's a small town, isn't it? They keep saying 20,000 people over what period of time? I don't know. Springfield, Ohio demographics. 58,000. Okay. Well, over here it said Springfield, Ohio had a population of 136,000 people. I don't know. 60K? Okay, I see two different things. Ohio! Let me see anything else. Everything is politics right now. When I look at the news on Twitter, it's all politics. Wow. Okay. Crazy. Ohio woman executed by a random man. Oh, and Taco Bell. Remember we covered this shit? Bro.
Guy can get a pulse on her. Taking a pulse to the side of the neck, yeah. Looks like she's shot in the neck.
It was supposed to be a quick trip to the Taco Bell drive-thru. Instead, it was the last thing this Ohio woman ever did.
Somebody was murdered in front of the Taco Bell on Graham Road.
The gunman first rear-ended her vehicle and after that, pulled out his illegal weapon.
The reality is criminals...
That's him right there. That's the shooter.
Can get anything they want on the black market.
It's something most of us do from time to time, visit the drive-thru. But on August 14th, that decision proved deadly for 25-year-old Megan Kellerman. She was a recent graduate from Cleveland State University, just receiving her master's degree in business administration this May. Before that, she'd already earned a bachelor's degree in finance and financial management services. In her free time, Kellerman was a volunteer coach for Girls on the Run Northeast Ohio, which promotes running and exercise for elementary school-aged girls. Kellerman coached girls ages 3rd to 5th grade, and according to her friends, the runners looked up to her as a role model. But the tragedy of Kellerman's death, a senseless murder, still echoes in the city of Stowe, Ohio, just 45 minutes south of Cleveland. That's where Kellerman visited her local Taco Bell on the evening of Wednesday, August 14th. She'd even brought her dog along for the ride, but the usual routine pickup didn't go as planned. According to witnesses, it was about 7:30 when Kellerman drove into the drive-thru line before another car. We've since learned that driver was 53-year-old Jason Williams. As she approached the speaker to order, Williams began honking his horn at her repeatedly and eventually even rammed his vehicle into Kellerman's car, rear-ending her. Through the speaker, Kellerman called out to the Taco Bell employee, asking them to call 911 and say her vehicle had just been rammed. But within seconds, Williams got out of his vehicle and approached Kellerman. Without hesitation, he pulled the trigger. Kellerman was pronounced dead on the scene, having died of gunshot wounds to the neck.
All deaths are senseless, in my opinion, right? No one deserves to die. But this one, I mean, there is just absolutely...
And it said she was going there apparently to get dinner for her father. Around 7 p.m., Megan was going to pick up dinner for her father.
No motive, as convoluted, right, as some of them are in the cases we talk about. There is nothing that I can see in this other than it sounds to me like someone became frustrated that she was taking too long in the drive-thru line.
To break down everything we know about the story so far, we reached out to former CIA officer and FBI agent Tracy Walder. She says this incident was almost entirely unprovoked and unfortunately is similar to crimes we've seen in the past.
Yes, road rage is kind of one of the first things that came to me, especially because it seems to me, based on the reporting, that witnesses were said that they heard him honking at her. So either something transpired that they didn't see, or he just felt that she was taking too long. I don't know the answer to that question because that hasn't been reported, but it's been reported in multiple locations and by people that they did hear him honk. So it does seem to me that this is a road rage, possibly unprovoked road rage incident.
No, the person in the car behind us.
911, what is your emergency?
Somebody was murdered, and the murderer just killed themselves in front of the Taco Bell on Graham Road.
You said Taco Bell on Graham?
Yeah. There was just a murder, and the murderer just killed himself in our drive-thru right now.
Yep, we've got police and fire on their way. They're going to be there as soon as they can.
Please hurry up. This is an emergency, please.
Here's the recording from another witness, and we have to warn you, this one is a bit more disturbing.
I'm at the Taco Bell on Graham Road and Hudson Drive, and a man just shot somebody and then shot himself in the head.
Do you have a description?
Jesus.
I didn't see very much. I just saw that he was bald. His car is in the drive-thru. I'm sorry, I'm really shaken up. And he had a black shirt on, and I just watched him shoot himself in the head.
Okay, and both subjects are still there, correct?
Yeah, the guy's like dead in the drive-thru. I don't know where the other person is, but he shot somebody and then he just put the gun under his chin and he shot himself in the head.
What's difficult about this case is there's no known motive. At a press conference following Kellerman's death, officers straight up said we may never know what led up to her murder. It's also confusing because as far as we know now, Williams never had any previous connection with Kellerman.
I think that makes it scarier to everyone. We actually had this exact same thing happened that I was a witness to about a year ago. On my way to my Pilates class at 5 a.m., there was a shooting right in front of me at a McDonald's drive-thru, but it was a gang shooting. And so our neighborhood at first, until people could figure out what had gone on, were very, very scared because they thought that this killer who was killing random people was on the loose. It's not to say that gang members deserve to die. They absolutely don't. But when news of this came out, that this was a gang-on-gang violence situation, our community sort of
shooting, Williams already had a lengthy criminal history, most recently being arrested on March 26th of this year.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
So there's a previous incident where he was, I guess, pulled over.
Enough to be bad? Okay.
Williams was pulled over for driving erratically, and when law enforcement approached his window, they smelled a strong odor of alcohol. He refused a breathalyzer test, but later officials determined he had a blood alcohol content of 0.199. That's basically 3 times the legal limit. Inside Williams's vehicle, investigators found a near-empty bottle of Captain Morgan and a loaded Glock 30 pistol, along with a loaded magazine. That
Dude driving around drinking, drunk, and with a gun.
gun was reportedly stolen by Williams himself. He
Stolen?
faced multiple charges for that incident, including BAC refusal, an OVI, which is the Ohio charge for driving under the influence, and improperly handling firearms.
Stop the car. What are you doing? Put your hands on the wheel for me. Put your hands on the wheel. On the wheel. What are you doing, sir? You're driving the wrong way on a one-way street. What are you doing? Sir, can you answer me? Do you know why you're going the wrong way on a one-way?
I'm sorry.
123 radio, can I get it back? Do you know why?
No.
Okay. I'm Officer Hill Hudson Police. I stopped you for a multitude of things, including stopping in the middle of the road, going through a stop sign, and then now you're driving the wrong way on a one-way street. Do you have your driver's license?
I'll start that way as well.
Where are you trying to go?
Home.
Huh?
Home?
Where's home?
Aurora.
Aurora?
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
Where are you coming from? Where are you coming from?
Aurora. I'm sorry.
No, you said you're trying to go home
And how the hell was this guy out again to kill his
to
shit?
Aurora. Where are you coming from? Okay, where did you go to? Where was your stop? Sir,
115 radio, I'll be up.
can you answer me that? Where was your stop?
My stop was Aurora.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense to me. You came from Aurora, but you're going to Aurora, and your stop was in Aurora. Do you know where you are right now?
Yes, I am.
Where?
I'm here in Hudson.
Okay. So what brought you to right here is what my question is.
I'm trying to get home to Aurora.
Okay, but what brought you here to Hudson?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? Okay, how much have you had to drink tonight? Enough to be bad? Okay. All right, do you have the truck in park? Okay, can you turn it off for me? All right. All right, I'm just going to have you sit right there for a second, okay?
I'm sorry.
All right, I'll be back to you. All right, so what's your first name again?
Jason.
Jason. All right, I'm going to have you step out for me, okay?
Okay.
You don't have any weapons on you, right?
No, of course not.
Okay, just making sure. All right, do you want to set your phone down there and step out for me?
Sure.
Okay. Watch your step there. There's a curb here. We're gonna go on this sidewalk right over here, okay?
Okay.
Is your door okay, or do you want me to shut it for you?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm good.
We'll shut it for you, okay? All right, Jason. All right, Jason.
I'll do that.
Can you stand over here for me?
Sure.
Can you stand right here in front of me?
Sure.
And face toward me, okay? All right.
Mm-hmm.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm about to fall over.
I'm trying to find the flattest area. Maybe up a little more? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't want you to fall.
Nothing wrong with your ass.
Okay. All All right, you're okay right there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna run you through some tests, okay? To see if you're okay to continue driving.
128.
Okay?
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that?
No.
You're not gonna do my tests?
No.
Okay. You're not gonna let me check your eyes or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, is there a reason why?
I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that?
Yeah. Nope.
But you don't have a reason why?
No.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, based off my observations of your driving behavior, my observations of your behavior standing right here, and your admission to drinking more than you should have,
yeah,
I'm going to place you under arrest if you're not going to do my tests.
Sure.
If you're going to do my tests, it'll give you a chance to show me that you're not impaired.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to do the test?
No, I don't want to.
Okay, turn around then.
Okay.
Man, bro, what a shame that this woman was killed by this guy.
Okay. Turn your wrist for me, just like this.
Yeah.
Easy does it. Have a seat right in here, okay?
Thank you.
Let's start.
Watch your head there. There you go. All right, sir. All right, you're under arrest for operating a vehicle while impaired, okay?
He was arrested on multiple things: driving the wrong way, triple the legal limit of alcohol, a loaded weapon in his vehicle, all of those things, watches, expensive watches, all found in his vehicle. Why he was let out on bond is beyond me. This person is a clear danger. And
Crazy,
one of those things
man.
was that he was not to own a gun. That was part of his bond.
Wow.
And so this was an individual that was facing possibly some prison time. I don't know what his family situation was. I don't know what his economic situation was, but those could all be contributive factors to this spiraling, I guess. I hate to sound trite, but you really can't prevent that. I don't know how you would, because there's an entire black market for stolen weapons, and it's very easy to come by them, particularly handguns, revolvers, those kinds of things. The reality
See, the thing is that people still bypass and get the guns regardless, you know?
is criminals can get anything they want on the black market. And so it's not surprising to me one bit that he had a weapon, which again, that's why I disagree, quite frankly, with him being allowed on bond, because the reality is it is so easy for a criminal to get these things. So I'm not one bit surprised that he had a weapon on his person.
Investigators have since said Williams was in crisis at the time of the shooting, but haven't given any more specifics. I asked Walter what this could mean, and if that could have led to Williams's decision to pull the trigger.
I think, as you mentioned before, this was an individual in crisis, and what he had been arrested for in the past, I'm not minimizing it at all.
Yeah, crisis what? He's been in crisis for 2 years?
But, you know, it was drunk driving. It was
drunk driving.
theft. It was
stolen gun, riding wild and shit.
Having a weapon that wasn't registered. Those kinds of things. He hadn't been arrested for attempted murder, battery, assault, those kinds of things. And so I think this is obviously huge escalation, right, in his behavior. And I think that this was his kind of last straw, if you will. I don't think he wanted to go back to prison. But I also think he couldn't control a lot of his thoughts and his emotions. And so I think part of this was feeling badly about what he did. And then the other part was not wanting to go back to prison, because he obviously would have.
After Williams shot and killed Kellerman, he turned the gun on himself.
He shot somebody and then he just put the gun under his chin and he shot himself in the head.
Body camera video shows the moments first responders arrive on the scene.
Hey, buddy.
Let FD know.
About what?
Is FD approaching? They're clear.
We've chosen not to show most of the body camera video because they are pretty disturbing, but we can show you the moment first responders rescued Kellerman's dog, who was in the passenger seat during the deadly shooting.
I'm staying on the line. I'm coming right up there. No, don't disconnect me.
You got it?
Yeah.
Come on. They're both victims. Other one's on the ground. On the ground over there.
Because of Williams' death, he won't face any criminal charges in Kellerman's death. But could anyone else?
If anything, in my opinion, it would be about the acquisition of the gun. Since he is
Get his parents.
by law not allowed to have it. They may, trace serial numbers, trace where he purchased it from, electronic transfers, all of that, and that person could potentially be held accountable, although they're not prosecuted a lot of times. And that's obviously very frustrating. But I think you're right, in my opinion, the only potential lead I could see them going off of is the gun. So my guess is the time of day that this occurred, there's a lot of witnesses to interview. Also, I am certain that Taco Bell had CCTV cameras or some type of security cameras up. I also think too, I would not be surprised if the victim was using her phone during this incident to either contact police herself, contact loved ones, hey, this crazy person is behind me. I would not be surprised at all. And I also think one of the things, because they're probably having a hard time doing this, is determining motive. Has he committed other crimes that they don't know about, right? That they're going to try to figure out, or is this just sort of a one-off? And so I think the motive is key. And I think because I really do believe they didn't know each other, that's going to take some time in this case.
That's wild, man. That is a really crazy story. It just makes you think about when you're on the road, you don't know who the hell is gonna snap a psycho nut job, just for, I don't even know if she, I don't know. They were getting in line. I think she went ahead of him or something, and the dude snapped. And he starts ramming his car. It's like out of a movie or some shit. Oh, this shit is wild. I don't even know. Can we do there is a crazy video. But real quick, too, before that, woman saved from attempted kidnapping in Orlando.
But we begin with our top story tonight. What? Orlando detectives still wearing an ankle monitor trying to kidnap a woman from a Walmart parking lot.
I'm still had my purse around me. And then he starts grabbing the purse. Give me your purse. I go, I don't have any cash, I'm not giving you my purse.
Brave lady tonight.
Some people would have just gave it up. She's like, no.
Woman who was nearly shoved into her trunk is speaking out about the horrifying moment. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Matt Austin.
And I'm Ginger Gads, who saw what was happening, and then she
rescued by Good Samaritan.
Jumped in to help. News 6's Troy Campbell spoke with both of them. Their conversation is all new at 11.
The victim tells us she had her car parked here at this Walmart off of Goldenrod Road in Orlando on Labor Day. She was unloading her groceries into her car when she says she felt a man grab her from behind.
And pulled me into him, from his arms. First, I thought it was somebody doing a joke on me. I didn't realize what was going on. And then he said, give me your cash. Then I knew, it wasn't a joke.
Veronica Jones says she's thankful to be alive after Orlando police say this man, 54-year-old Juan Perez, attacked her in an attempt to steal her purse, also charging him with attempted kidnapping. What are your thoughts when you feel him trying to push you into your trunk?
Yeah, he was being very forceful.
Investigators say this surveillance video shows Perez walking up to Jones's vehicle and then attacking her. What is this right here?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what he used, but it was sharp. Okay. He said, I'm going to slice your throat if you don't stop struggling and give me your cash. I just started screaming. He had gloves on his hands, so he shoved his gloved hand down my throat so I wouldn't scream.
Wow. That's when another shopper named Elliot says they were driving by and saw the commotion.
But making sure no one was behind me to slam on my brakes and ask.
All right, hit him with the car. The only thing he's holding her, but I would have tried to clip him if I could, just blip.
Are you okay? She took, I could tell, mustered all of her strength to pull herself out of the trunk to say help. Instant snap, whipped in the car several feet over, not trying to aim for him, but if I do.
Yeah, let's go,
Elliot
baby.
Says Perez appeared to be
clip his ass. Clip his ass.
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. No, I like that.
Moments away from trapping Jones in the trunk before being scared away.
At the time that I passed by, I could just see it. He was successfully about to get because her whole torso was in the trunk. Only sticking out were her legs beyond her knees. Had he just bent them in, slam, done. 5 seconds tops.
Detectives say Perez's probation officer helped track him down. Not only did his PO identify him from the video.
Hey, let me guess. He's out now. He's out again now or something, right?
But he also confirmed his GPS ankle monitor was in fact at the Walmart during the time of the attack. Investigators add Perez is on active probation after serving nearly 2 decades in prison, following a conviction for kidnapping and assaulting a 14-year-old Marion County girl, who detectives say he shoved in a van before attacking. The latest victim and Good Samaritan.
They say you should try to fight back, I think, like if you're in a public space like that, because if you just, I don't know, in that situation, I mean, maybe if they have a gun, though, I don't know what you would do, but if you comply and then you get in the trunk, I mean, this lady might not be here today. And it's a good thing that lady passed by and tried to help. Shirley, I'm glad you're good. Holy crap. Shirley says she lives in that apartment complex where all the ish went down. Yes, we hid in the closet in the opposite side of our apartment where the shooting was going on. We heard like 50, that's what I heard, 50 or so shots. Holy moly. Crack a cold case. Hey, there's a YouTube video called Criminal History with Jason Williams, the TacoBell shooter. Oh, it breaks it down? I'm going to have to check that out. Onyx says, turn on the frequency of ads. Honestly, man, like if I don't have ads on, there's some live streams where I get some nice super chats, but there's a lot of live streams where there's not really any super chats, so I rely on ads. I don't ask people to like send super chats, so that's why I have it. I have it on medium. There's low, medium, and like maximum. I have it on medium because I gotta make some money. Gotta something, I leave it on medium. I could put it high, but I don't want like people's thing interrupted like that. So I just leave it on medium. If I put it on low, it literally makes nothing. Yeah, never go to the second location, right?
Able to speak.
This lady looks crazy as hell. That's the trial you're talking about, right? Day 4 of trial against Lori Shaver. I'm not gonna watch it now, but
overruled.
You look crazy.
Stand up.
Oh my god, can you show this? They're showing this? Grisly video emerges of woman being arrested after allegedly eating a cat.
Put your hands behind your back. Someone got rubber gloves. She's covered in blood.
She's covered in blood?
I bet you got gloves. You got rubber gloves. I'm gonna check other ones. I do not have those.
I'm sorry, I don't... Hoax, I've never heard of anybody besides you say chat ads. Hoax says that, I guess in his chat, he says ads pop up in his chat box. I've never heard of that. Do you guys get that? Ad popping up in your chat box? I feel like you got a virus on the Android. I feel like you click one of those links, man. I don't know. Really?
95. Get one in custody.
Fake news, Mel. Ask ABC.
Where do you live at?
2255 hours.
Really? The chat ads, I can't control. There's no option for me to like. I've never even heard of that. I try to message somebody at YouTube to find out about that because the chat ads are probably going to be something like a box that pops up and you click. Yeah, those don't make any money. The videos that play make some money, but the little, even on Facebook, the little box that pops up, like a little, yo, you know what you can do for me, Hoax? Send me a screenshot. I want to see that. I've never seen that before. Send me a screenshot if you can next time it happens.
Cuff her up.
Please.
And what's up? So this happened August 16, 2024. I guess they cut out the part with the cat because I saw on Twitter the part with the cat.
See that light over here? 22.
I think you got a virus, Hoax.
Hold on, I'm putting a blanket on that back seat first. Hold on.
The Android.
So you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have right to an attorney if you can't afford.
Bro, look at this woman's face.
One won't be appointed to you at state's expense. You have a right to have that attorney present during any questioning. You have a right to stop answering any questions once they begin. Do you understand your rights? Do you understand?
This is what I was saying when I saw the original, the body cam on Twitter. She's like in a daze, like catatonic, like just, I don't know, she's high. I don't know what's going on with her.
Do you understand? Smile for me.
Bro.
Smile with your teeth. Go like this.
Open your mouth. I want to see.
Did you eat that cat? Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Get in there. It's ridiculous.
He said, why did you eat it? And she said, I don't know. Oh, yo, that's so good. Catatonic. I didn't think of that. Yo, she said, I don't know. See, the thing is, it's like, I don't know if this is just an isolated incident. That's why I got to like research it a little more. I mean, I saw other people talking about it. This whole cat thing, you know, but at least this is wild.
Here.
I'm gonna send it to my mother.
It's all right, other kitty. You're safe.
Bro.
Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with me.
Did you see her eating it? She was eating it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And there's multiple witnesses too. You did, Alan? Where'd you send it? Twitter? Okay. If you did it on Twitter, that's actually perfect. You sent it on Twitter. Oh, you did. Oh, yes. You did send me a bunch of shit. Okay, perfect. So, well, yeah, a couple things. All right. So whenever we talk about the cats, I guess.
She said, but if blood on her shoes, she said she stumped it out.
Yeah.
33, go ahead.
Well, you don't kill a cat and go to the hospital. You go to jail.
Southwest with Sam.
She must have never seen the documentary "Don't F with Cats." Anybody ever watch that? It was so freaking good.
410-221.
No,
Sam,
she was saying that she killed 2 other kids. That's what she was saying. Yes.
Copy out at 10th and Duber with Sam, 410-221. 2259 hours.
You guys never seen a report or anything? 202.
So it says video emerges of Ohio woman allegedly killing, eating cat, but not a migrant in Springfield. That's what the title says.
You call the Humane Society, see if they'll come pick this cat up. It's deceased.
Wow. Grisly video emerged of a blood-soaked woman after she was allegedly caught killing and eating a cat in Ohio, but she's neither Haitian nor a migrant near Springfield, so she's not even Haitian. Alexis Farrell, 27, was arrested and charged back in August 16 after distraught witnesses called 911 to report that they spotted her allegedly eating a feline in a neighborhood just outside of Canton. Newly released footage from last week shows the sick ordeal started getting traction after Donald Trump and other amplified false rumors that Haitian immigrants were eating pets in the town of Springfield, Ohio. Some 150. So they said this was 150 miles away or 2 hours away from where Farrell was nabbed. So I'm gonna, at some point, I mean, I keep saying I'm gonna do it, but at some point I'm gonna try to collect all the little stories and see what locations. Cause I don't know if these are just isolated incidents. I mean, there's definitely seems to be like a migrant problem in Springfield, Ohio. Seems like it, at least from some what the locals are saying, you know. Somebody here wants to talk sometime. Somebody wants to talk about the shooter at some point. Okay. I'll reply to this guy after. But crazy. I don't know what else is going on. YouTuber megastar Mr. Beast accused of unsafe conditions. This looks kind of just 8 months ago. Feline cat eating woman.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Now back to our other top story. Last night, President Trump doubled down on claims that Haitian immigrants are eating pets in Springfield, Ohio.
Oh, man.
Our verified team confirmed with the Springfield mayor that these claims are false. We will talk more on this in just a moment.
But first, here's the thing. The claims stem from a case in Canton where a woman was recently arrested and charged with eating a cat. Our Annabelle Childers is live in Canton where these claims started. So Annabelle, what is the story here?
Well, Matt and Christy, we want to start out by
Springfield protest with citizens.
giving our viewers a warning because the details here in this story are incredibly disturbing. Now, about 3.5 weeks ago, a housing community here in Canton was shocked as neighbors tell us they watched a woman eat a cat. But now they're dealing with a new wave of emotions as they watch body-worn camera footage from that event circulate widely online. And connection to that story in Springfield, the influx of Haitian immigrants 170 miles away.
What did you do?
August 16th, Canton police responded to disturbing 911 calls.
She killed the cat and is eating it.
Multiple people reported 27-year-old Alexis Farrell was eating a cat on the 1100 block of 13th Street Southeast in Canton.
Stand up.
Officers on scene placed Farrell in handcuffs as a crowd of onlookers watched.
I'll see this guy.
Her on her lips.
Ugh. But the people around here knew her. They like, Alexis, get up. Like, what is you doing? Like, Like, they know for sure that wasn't her right mind.
Neighbors recall it as a deeply unsettling night for their neighborhood, speculating Farrell may have been on drugs or experiencing a mental health crisis. Now, Alexis Farrell.
Now, what kind of drugs is that? What kind of drugs are people on these days? Eating cats, tearing faces up. I did see what you were talking about the protest. Springfield residents protest City Hall over concerns of resources. And I think it's about the migrants that they're talking about. This was 2 weeks ago. I have been sent other videos too. I'm going to go over like Island Thrift. She sent me a couple of videos. I think if we do a live on it, we'll talk about it. Oh, just got tagged. Oh, Lord. No. This can be added to the list, but we'll watch it now. Hold on. Let me just send it to myself. Michelle tagged me on Twitter. Must be watching the live stream. Thank you, Michelle. Let me give you a follow back. Okay, here we go. Haitian immigrant daughter confirms what Trump said about Springfield, Ohio.
My father immigrated from Haiti to the United States in the late 60s as a teenager. And I want to talk about these recent comments about the Haitians in Springfield, Ohio. First, I want to say my father and I are now estranged, but I did know him in my very, very young years. And when he immigrated, he was one person and they weren't sending, thousands of Haitians in one area. He wasn't eating people's pets and he didn't practice voodoo. But he did say that most of the island, the majority of the island, does practice voodoo. The reason they eat cats is for two reasons. Number one is survival. This is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. You can't just go to a food bank like you can here or just go to McDonald's and get some free or cheap food. Unless, of course, there's a Christian missionary there. People in the United States have a really hard time imagining that type of thing, but it is true. Second, they do animal sacrifices for their religion, voodoo. They make these animal sacrifices to these gods for different reasons. You can do your own research on this. Do I think voodoo is a demonic religion? Yes, I do. That doesn't mean that you hate these people. These people need prayer. But you can't just take over all these people from another country and expect it to work. Not to mention it doesn't fix the problems of that country. And there's more people left in Haiti that we can bring over. It's not racist to acknowledge that this is a problem. It's not racist to talk about these things that are happening. This is not just white Americans saying this is black Americans. You can look at the people in Springfield, Ohio saying that this is happening. Y'all just want to joke about Trump and say that he's crazy for saying that this is happening instead of actually checking at all to see if this is happening. You want to make jokes about these things. Well, what if it were happening to you and your community? And no, it's beyond eating their pets, even though that is bad enough.
Saw a video of a woman crying too. Layla, thank you so much for the 5 memberships. Appreciate that. Bloop, bloop. Thank you. Almost reminds me of Santa Muerte. Did they do animal sacrifices too? Santeria? Black magic stuff? 2 commercials banned. See if this will play. Just make sure I can show this, right? Okay, it looks fine. Oh. By the way, before I get to that, Little Tay, apparently they're claiming she's in ICU, but this person allegedly has faked their death before. People think it's just for clout. Little Tay. Clout chase. Come up. Somebody said her rent's due. Forward cut evil twin advert. Very funny. Let's see. What is this? Oh. Forward sport again. A passing evil twin. Kind of gangster. It's the other advertisement. Yeah, some people eat animals. I remember one time I went back in the day when I used to sometimes do boots on the ground. I was searching in an area and I went, but I also just like nature, just exploring and stuff. And one time I found this bag, and it was a bag of bones. At first I was like, oh shit, is this human? But then I realized it's not. I contacted somebody, I sent pictures. I think it was like a cat or something. Who do you voodoo? This is stupid. Oh my god! No! Oh my god. Who do you voodoo? It was a long time ago. Somebody was up to something. I think this was like some type of sacrifice or something.
So I'm back in the little area I was.
We just skip forward. There we go.
I got a glove. Trash. I expect to see trash.
Right around here.
Homeless people living out there. The one thing I needed to bring that I didn't bring is a trash thing to go through the trash. I didn't really. I'm afraid to like look what's in here. Sounds kind of hard. I'm gonna have to cut this open. All right, give me guys 1 second. All right, let me cut it. Hold on.
Is Voodoo recognized? Oh, true. I don't know, Lisa. That's a good point. Is Voodoo recognized as a religion? I don't think so. I don't know.
Oh, fuck. I think I found bones. I don't know if it's animal or what it is. Oh, fuck, man. I was not expecting to find that here. I'm hearing noises out there. If this is bones, I'm going to call police. I found bones. Fucking A. I really hope this is not human. It could be just animal. I'm probably just freaking out. Right? This looks like to be some type of animal, I think. I found this cloth. Cut it up with my machine.
Alright, let me forward it. Show the
Animal
bones.
bones? I mean, I don't know. I see these teeth here.
Definitely animal. I don't know what that is though.
This can't be like human. I don't know if I should report this. I'm pretty sure this is animal bones. It's just weird that it was in this cloth thing.
It was some type of sacrifice.
And I cut it.
It was wrapped up. I had to cut it open. This is... Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's got to be some sort of animal. A cat or something. But these bones are kind of big. I don't know. Let me send this to some people, see what they say. The road, cut it open. I don't know what kind of animal this is, but this is an animal. These bones, I don't believe they're human. Especially the way the teeth look like this. It's not human teeth. You know? I don't know what that is. Chupacabra.
But just the circumstances are very weird because it was really wrapped up tight in this cloth, which is just really
my machete era. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, things like that. I've heard of things like that. I think maybe that, I don't know if that was like a sacrifice, one of those animal sacrifices or something. These people do. There's a lot of shit that goes on in the woods. I thought nobody's out there. I've run into like homeless camps, all kinds of stuff. Thinking like there's no way anybody's living out here. Wrong. A bunch of people living out there. What the?
Whippets.
Whippets.
Nitrous oxide. Get high off of that. Getting high off of that too. I don't want to have my, oh, it's fucking nasty. A lot of bugs. Let me just see. Nothing. Yeah, I don't want to keep my, what is that? I don't want to keep my back turned. I just keep.
I ran into multiple encampments out there.
Let's see.
All right. Anyway, let me see if there's anything else. Huh? Oh, it's time? Okay, I can go actually. Want me to? I can go. Okay. I'm gonna jump off anyway because I gotta go pick the baby. But all right, thank you guys for hanging out with me for now. One other thing I was wondering what I feel like I want something in the backdrop. I don't know if like on this wall or this wall or just leave it plain. Sometimes it's like too much. I was thinking yesterday I couldn't come up with something. I don't know what I want. Like, I feel like I want something else. Or maybe there's already a lot going on in the background. Why was I there? There was a missing woman in my local area. And the guy that was arrested for her murder, and her body's never been found to this day. He was in those areas. So I started looking because he used to be homeless and he was like out in nature all the time. So I was able to find one of the recent pictures that he took at the time, one of the places, and I matched it up and I found the location. It was like this crazy thing at the time. And so I started searching in the woods just on my own, exploring, seeing what I would find out there. And I found nothing but just camps, homeless camps and stuff like that. I actually ran into a person one time. It was really thick and in the brush. I mean, it was like, I really went to like this really, really deep part. I mean, it was so thick too. I was like having to cut my way through with the machete. And there was this guy. It was like all green. And I see like this chair, but like a high chair, like a chair. And there's a guy sitting in the middle of the fucking woods with like a hat on, just chilling. And I'm making all this noise. And then I kind of like, I guess he hears me and he's like, hey. And I'm like, oh, hey, I don't want any problems. I'm just coming through. He's like, okay. And he had like a little fortress out in the woods. It was close to the beach. I was like, what in the hell? I would never thought it'd be people out there. There's people out there. You don't know who you're gonna run into. I met his family, Vlad Hassel. I was supposed to cover that story. I never covered it. I gotta go. But I heard a couple things about that story. I don't know, but I haven't looked into it myself. He disappeared. Did he go willingly? Did something happen maliciously? I did speak to his family one time in person. Brian Vladic Hassel. Oh, I didn't know he was a veteran. I don't know he was a veteran. But all right, guys, I'll catch you later. We'll see what comes up today. So far, Kentucky State Police, they haven't said nothing about a press conference. So until there's some type of information or updates, we'll probably mix it up in the meantime with whatever breaking stuff happens or whatever. Kentucky State Police. Police. Nothing. Okay. All right, so I'll catch you guys later. Take care. Peace. Bloop, 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 bloop.